Hello everybody, I'm Amanda DJ from Your Soul's Potential, and I'm late today. As you probably know, I normally do this at 9 o'clock in the morning, but I had an appointment at the hospital that I had totally forgotten about. Ever since I've had the bang on the head, my memory is slightly off, let's say, so I'd forgotten it and I had to go and attend. So I apologise, I'm very sorry for being late, and we'll get started now. One of the things I've noticed about healing when I deal with clients is that what I think the biggest thing is they actually need to talk to someone. They actually need to tell their whole story to someone. And that's just not allowed. We either, particularly for women, we hide the fact that we're unwell and we soldier on and see to everything that we can until something really severe stops us in our tracks. And with the people that I've dealt with, I found that just allowing them to talk, and just listening, because no one wants to listen anymore. We go out there and we say, how are you? And we say, yes, we're fine, because we don't want to tell a big long story in the street, and you just get on with it and go home and try and sort yourself out. And it's creating another burden, because to heal, we need to bring it to the surface and allow these things to come to the light and go back and find out what kicked it off, and you need to be in a position to talk to someone. So with that said, I am more than happy if you need someone to talk to that's neutral, because I don't know you. Just email me your phone number and I'll phone, we'll make a time to speak and we'll spend some time together. And again, I'm not going to charge for that. I just want people to get well. There's nothing worse than being sick and not at your full potential. And we all go on about love, and love is the answer, which it is. But in order to get there, you have to have dealt with the things that are holding you back, particularly sickness. And when we come back to Earth, we have a soul plan and we've agreed to certain things. But the problem is the guides haven't been on Earth for millenniums. And when we're up there agreeing to this after being up there for 100 odd years or whatever, and saying, yeah, I want to sort that out, and I'll clear off that karma by having something nasty and, things like that, they agree to it and allow us to do it because they don't know what pain is like. And there's nothing worse than being in pain. For me, they're trying to tell me I need to see a psychologist to deal with pain. And I think, no, the pain is real, so it really makes you wonder. And I've had so much healing from my guides, so I'm in a very privileged position. There's no two ways around that. And if we bring it up to the surface, we can release it, and then we can forgive whatever caused it in the first place, and just to get rid of it out of your psyche. Some people find writing it all down is a very good method, and then burning it. But any method you find that helps is good. It's the case of not taking it in and allowing it to fester in our bodies, because this is where sickness starts. And you can have, if you've had childhood trauma and things like that, it all needs to be healed, and it's not as daunting as it sounds, but it will make such a difference to how you yourself feel. And I find that most of that is to talk to someone. So as I said, I am more than happy to have you call me or email me with your number, and I'll call you and we'll make an appointment, make a time, and we'll see how we can help in that respect, because it does help. And working on our heart, opening our hearts, just sitting in the quiet, now that the energies are changing so much and the veil is getting thinner, it's easier to access our guides and to sit in the quiet and to go within. And everyone goes on about meditation. Doing meditation, it's hard, and there's no two ways around that. So the easiest way I found to get a handle on it, was to shut the mind off and stop it. Was I put earplugs in because it helps. It gives me an even bass to start with. And then as you're walking around, if you stop at every doorway and you just for 3 seconds just stand still and just empty your mind, you'll be surprised. And the more you do it, the more you will be able to do it, and it'll become easier and easier. Even when you go to the bathroom, you're sitting there for a minute, just clear your mind, and you'll be surprised how things start to move. And it's like I said, meditation is wonderful when you get a handle on it, but I think it's taken me a good 3 years to get there with meditation, and that's with twice a day a daily practice. And sometimes it's like you're fighting yourself to just be quiet and allow me to go to the stillness. But we have to keep pursuing it, and we'll get there eventually. And ask your guides. You may not feel your guides yet, but they're there. And our angels, they're here with us all the time. Just ask them. So please help me with the meditation. I ask them all the time, or I'd never get it done. And they're more than happy to help us. That they love us, and they want us to be able to release all these things that are holding us back and stopping us reaching our full potential. So today I'm going to, because I'm a trance medium, the spirits, they come in. And today I'm going to try, and I'm going to turn off my light in a minute to do the trance healing and ask my guides and that to come in. And you'll see I have a pale blue wall behind me, and I have a red light that's on, and then the only other light is a tea light. And you'll see that the wall changes colour, and sometimes they block out they're funny what they do. They block out the paintings, the drawings above me, and they just colour them blue, and they like to turn the wall a royal blue now for some reason. And then Archangel Gabby comes in, and she brings in a pink essence with her, and it can be seen. So if you're clairvoyant, or even if you think you're not clairvoyant, because a lot of people are and they don't even realise it, just have a look at the wall and see what you see. And other than that, just close your eyes, relax, and allow the healing to come in. And in order to receive the healing, just open up and open your heart and allow the healing in, and the guides and the angels will do the rest. And if you'd like to put a name in the comments, just the first name will do, because the spirits know who you are. And because the minute you type your name in, that energy comes with it, and they know who you are. They don't need to know anymore. They don't need to know what's wrong with you or anything. They're just so amazing, because that energy is there. Once you put that intention, I've put it in the comment box, they know that you're there for healing. They know what's wrong with you. Sometimes they tell me and sometimes they don't, but I don't ask. It's not my business to know what's wrong with someone. It's my business to allow spirit to work through me to heal them. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I do this. And I love it. I love working with spirit. They just feel amazing. I wish everyone would feel what I feel and see what I see, because it's truly amazing. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. And the thing is, we actually all can do it. So it just takes a bit of dedication, quite a bit of dedication in the beginning, and getting past our ego, because it's our ego which is the one that stalls us. And people say to me when they've lost a loved one, that they're not contacting them. But if you're sad, which is a natural reaction, we should have been taught to rejoice when someone dies, because we rejoice and we admire their life that they built and the love they give out to their loved ones, etc. And we don't do that. We mourn, which is fair enough. I mourned when my husband died, so I know about it. But when we mourn and we stay sad for too long, I'll never forget, I met a woman and she'd been mourning for 9 years, and at that stage I think I'd lost my husband for 2 years, and I had come back into life. You've no option. You have to keep going. And if you walk around with a shroud on your head, then and she says that she never hears from him. And I thought, and it's because she's blocking him by being in that mournful state and not seeing the good in anything, and you have to. We've been given these lives, and there's so much beauty all around us, which we half the time don't even see. So, you know, like the flowers, I love flowers, and they're so beautiful. And if you take one in your hand and look at it and how it's been brought together, and it's sacred geometry that's in there, and it's just amazing. And you know that no one here on earth has done that. That has come from a higher source, which is God, or whatever you like to call him. He doesn't care what you call him, you know, so long as you acknowledge the fact that he's there, because there's no point denying it. It's nothing to do with religion at all. In fact, I don't think he's a fan of religion, because of the way we've been pushed down and controlled, and that's not what the intention was. We were here, sent here to enjoy their life and live our best life, and to send out and receive as much love as we can, and have a beautiful, gentle living. And it was to be an experience, and for our souls to grow in that process. That's why we agree to things happening, you know, accidents and little bits and pieces like that, you know. And a lot of it then is made worse, because we've taken on all this rubbish that we've come through life with, you know, bullied by a teacher, bullied by a person, and we take it in, whereas we need to just let it go. It does us no good, you know. Holding on to a grudge for someone that did something to you 20 years ago, it doesn't do you any good. It doesn't hurt them, it only hurts you. And the thing is, it goes inside our bodies and festers, and then it turns into something else. It'll turn into autoimmune, for instance, or arthritis. There's so many things. If we knew all this from the beginning, none of us would have all these sicknesses, you know. And it would be more about broken bones and things like that that can easily be fixed, you know. But all this psychological stuff that we carry with us all the time is weighting us down. You know, when I first started with Spirit, they told me that I'm carrying like coal bags on my back, you know, with all the weight of everything that I was carrying. I was carrying stuff from the children, when I lost my husband, and the accident, and it goes on, and I had to release all that to clear my heart out. It took time, no two ways around that. And even now, things will pop up that I haven't dealt with, and some of the stuff that went back to like in my teens or my 20s, and you think, why would I have kept that inside? But that's what we do. We don't even know we're doing it, because we don't know that we can just let it go and forgive whatever it is that caused that situation, you know. And we've just been denied so much access to the truth, but it's all coming out now as the times are changing and the consciousness is lifting. So the bridge is getting nearer, the veil is getting lighter, and our guides and angels are around us more. So sitting in your own power to actually just go within. Like I said, it's not easy, but if you preserve it, you will get there. And it's wonderful when you get there, and the silence is just like, oh my God, it's just bliss. And sometimes you come out of there and they've surrounded you in love, and it's like, oh God, and you feel lighter as you walk out, you know, and often have tears in your eyes, you know. It's just, I can't describe it. It's so incredible, and it's something that every person has the right to experience, and we'll get there by healing what's keeping us, stopping us from reaching our full potential by getting rid of things that we don't need. They no longer serve us, and yet we hold on to them as humans, you know. So we need to let all that go, and we can bring in stuff from past lives, and again we can let that go, you know. It's made out to be hard to do. It's not, you know. You just need to be with someone that knows what they're doing, and just to walk you through it, you know. And there's so many teachers and healers out there, and we all know what we're doing because we work with Spirit. You know, I wouldn't sit here and pretend to heal someone. I bring Spirit in, and I clear my mind, and they come in and they do what they do, and they're just truly amazing. Some of the calls I get back and emails I get back are just amazing from people, you know, healing dreadful things, cancers and things like that, that doctors said they couldn't heal, you know, and yet we can heal it. And the other thing too with our bodies is, if you like, we have our body and you've got to think of it as it's healed. Because if we think of ourselves as sick, then we'll remain sick. But if we think of ourselves as healed, and whatever the sickness is, it's an inconvenience and we're working to get rid of it, to let it go. And that has a huge benefit on us, you know, and eating less processed food and all that sort of thing. I could go on forever. So I won't drive you all mad, but I will now. I'm going to turn off my light and you'll see that the room changes, and I'll get in and start with my inviting my divine sacred guides and angels in to do the healing for today. And as I said, if you want to put a name in the comments of someone who needs healing, please do, and the guides and angels will take care of it. And if you need to speak to someone who's neutral, you can email me and give me your number and I'll contact you and we'll go from there. All right? Thank you. The guides are saying that if we laugh more, it helps with healing because it gets the whole system going. And if we just watch some of these videos that are online of animals actually, and they can be so funny, and they really give you a lift, particularly if you're not able to move around too much, if you've got stitches or whatever. I might be careful, but you will feel and allow that laughter in. And you know, even if you can't laugh, if you have stitches, just allow it in, because it will lift you, and it changes you from sickness to positivity, and that in itself increases the good vibration in our body, because everything is about vibration. It's everything is energy, you know, and we just haven't been taught these things, but that's the case, you know, and that's why our guides and angels come in and help us, because they love us and they just want us to be as happy and to fill our true potential as best we can. So I'll leave you today with their love, as always. And again, they remind me to say that you're never, ever alone. They are always with you. And if you can, try and go within, do. And if you need to talk, just email me your number and I'll contact you. It's not a problem for me, because the guides and angels will be there with me, and your guiding angels. So go forth, be as positive as you possibly can, and remove anything that you can think of out of your body and out of your mind, and just release it, let it go, and do the Apana, where you forgive. You ask the situation or the person for forgiveness, and then you ask the person to forgive you, and you thank them for the lesson, and you tell them soul to soul that you love them, and that's it. And it removes it out of your body and allows the positivity to come back in its place. And don't forget to forgive yourself. That's something else we haven't been taught. But we also need to forgive ourselves for situations. We might have had bad thoughts about someone or whatever it is, and internalized it and mulled it over. We can release that too by forgiving ourselves in the same manner. We ask our higher self to forgive us, and we say that we love it. We love our higher self, because our higher self is us, and we thank it for the lesson. And then it just allows it to be removed out of your psyche, and it all helps with the healing. All right, good people, I'm so sorry I was late today, but the old brain's still playing games. And we'll be back to normal next week on Friday at 9 a.m. I thank you sincerely. Have a wonderful week, and don't forget, you are never ever alone. Lots of love and light to each one of you. Bye.